you?
I am cubic.
Hi, my name is Rum, and my first day on the server was right after one of the advertisements got posted on Atriox's channel. I think it was for the Big A Awards. And I joined the server and was immediately teleported by high security into a box made of bedrock. And we had to work as like a whole server to build the end portal, which didn't work because everyone kept like hiding it and stuff. And then we finally made it and went to the end. And then we got teleported to dig out a like giant hole. And it was just really funny. And I think my favorite moment on the server was me and D-Day flying around and just finding a bunch of random builds and just like an hour of the two of us just talking and finding builds on the server and talking about them, about people who built them, and just hanging out. I think that's my favorite memory.
Hello, I'm D.A. Skeleton. I help moderate the ASMP. When I first joined, I actually didn't have a working mic to use in-game, but was convinced by the amazing people I got to meet on the server that I eventually bit the bullet and bought myself. There's so many great moments to choose from, but I feel I should highlight getting to build a structure for the end portal in Season 1. It was called the End Altar, and I spent around 16 total hours designing it to make it look as good as I possibly could, and it was so cool to see everyone's first reactions to it. I got to write Shader Link's Totally Real Eulogy, which was probably the first time I realized how much I love this place. I also got a chance to work with Violet Vale on a puzzle game known as Esbapo, inspired by the Portal franchise. It was such a blast to create that and scratch that game dev itch in the back of my head. Oh, and I do enjoy having to take care of the most archaic member of the server, Bootleg Red Rum.
Hello, my name is Cubic7, and I've been here since day 1, season 1 of the server. On day 1, when I joined the server, it took around a minute to eat a single piece of food, let alone mine a block, so it was a very interesting experience for day 1 of the server.
My favorite moment from the server has to be shortly after I became the richest person. Some made an evil version of my skin, which was just my skin with red eyes. And he said he loved being poor and he loved paying his taxes and he hated mining. And then everyone else started making just different versions of my skin with different eye colors and just completely exaggerated, parts of my personality. And at the end, we all added Hatmus to give her a surprise, which is all of us saying in a very monotone voice, "I can't, I'm mining right now." Yeah, probably my favorite moment of the server.
Buzzinga.
Hello there, my name is Frodo Timbaku on the SMP, and I joined this year in May, after I saw the Season 1 tour VOD a while ago, and then I finally worked up the courage to join, and I'm really happy I did that, because it's been really fun talking with people, interacting, making builds, doing content. It's just been really fun just being in the space. I did it, and I never looked back. I have to say, the best moment, most memorable moment for me, either has to be the Olympics or the Civil War. They were just both equally fun to me. I got to interact with a huge amount of people. It's just a lot of people were on. It was just really great. It was the start of something big. Yeah, I found that really fun. That's it.
Hey chat, username here. I can't talk right now because I'm mining, so I gotta stand in. Hey chat, Hatmus here. I can't talk right now because I'm scamming, so I gotta stand in. Hey chat, Ben Cactix here. I can't talk right now because I'm rapping, so I gotta stand in. Being a part of the ASMP has been the most fun experience I've had online. From blasting the sound of a fruit processor to liven up a conversation, to hiding out of sight and whispering to random people as they've walked by, I've dived headfirst into meeting people on the server, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. I've been able to meet so many kind, caring, funny, talented, and smart people, from Chile to Canada to Australia to all across of Europe, and of course, the God-fearing US of A, all of which I would never have had the pleasure of speaking to without the server. I'm so glad I've been able to play with you all this year. You've all been so much fun to talk to and run bits with. I'm looking forward to the 5, 10, and 50-year anniversaries for the ASMP. Have a skibbity day. Bazinga.
I first joined the server on March 20th, 2024. Everyone immediately said hi, Twirtle first, followed by others including Username and Muffin, and they all welcomed me, being super nice and awesome when they didn't even know me. I knew just in that moment that I was in an amazing community with amazing people. I think my favorite moment has to be the Pride Month open mic night. Everyone had so much fun, and I was so happy at the end that I was even crying. I'm so glad that I was able to host an event where so many people could have so much fun and that I was able to help cause that. It's genuinely one of the best moments of my life, and I'm so happy to have met everyone on the server.
3 days after the server launched, I joined for the first time. From that first day, I only wanted to be a simple hermit who lived under spawn. But that was all ruined when I logged in my second day to I found Alktap building Metro right on top of my house. And because of that, I started to slowly meet more and more new people. I've had so much fun building cool projects, participating in fun events, and hanging out with so many amazing people across Season 1 and Season 2. But I would have to say my favorite moment was when I was approached by Jester a little less than a month into Season 2, and that's because he offered if I wanted to become a mod, which I declined at first. But we quickly agreed to because I wanted to help relieve some of the stress off the mod team. And since becoming a mod, I've had so much fun being able to help people and make the server a fun and inviting space for people to hang out in.
Hi everyone, it's Holly. I joined the ASMP in November of last year. I ran into the ASMP by chance as I joined the ACLU Discord at the time for the music, only to find out that there was a Minecraft server for the community and I decided to check it out. I had a lot of fun throughout the year and I made a lot of good friends. I don't laugh often, but some of the moments of the server made me laugh hysterically. Like that one time when me and Shader, spending literal hours pretending to be detectives and pursuing leads about a mysterious nether portal that didn't really lead anywhere. It was always moments like these, the good for nothing adventures, that would make the server more fun and alive than any farm or build ever could. I'm glad that there are so many people on this server that like to have this kind of fun, and I would like to thank everyone who let me join them on anything or even just strike up a conversation over anything. At last, I would like to say special thanks to Mother Nature and Shader for helping me to really get connected with the community at large. In the beginning, as I started the SMP as a loner, secluded at the edge of the map, but they would seek me out just to hang out, and I really appreciate that.
Hi, this is Shader LK. I joined the server way back when it first came out. I was one of the first few people on the server. It was an interesting and fun time, though it was a janky opening of the server where the server crashed so many times. We switched multiple Minecraft services, eventually, finishing on the one we are on now. But, it was a fun time, trying to get to the edges of the map and trying to get to the spot that I was in for season one. And I guess my most memorable and I guess my favorite moment was during the season one purge where we just went all out crazy, blew everything up, and we finally blew up that goddamn slinky. So glad that we did that shit. Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Instant Ramen. I joined the server the first day it was released, like 2 hours after the grand opening, and I'm pretty sure I just remember it being like 2 TPS complete chaos. Um, I got a horse, I remember vividly. Got a horse and just rode until I reached a body of water that I couldn't take the horse across, and I just built a home there, and that's where I was for the entire rest of season one. I think my favorite memory is winning the Battle Box event with Gay Spawn during the Summer Olympics. We won after it went like a three-way tie during the round robin, and we had to clutch it out in double overtime, and it was so hype.
Hey, my name is Felix. Joined the server pretty late in season one, stuck around for season two, met a whole bunch more new people, and it's been a great time. I've loved it, done a lot of cool stuff. I think my favorite moment on the server has got to be the second Olympics, where, we won it together as a team in the South. It was a great time. And it's been actually, can't even pick a favorite because really, all the moments on the server have been fun. Plenty of the events have been hella scuffed, but they've always been fun in the end. and it's been a great time. Thank you.
I joined the Minecraft server and I saw the tour video, so I was like, huh, that looks pretty fun. Very quickly, this weird guy named Leafy Melon came up to me, kind of weirdly trying to show me things. And then some other guy joined named I Produce. And we decided that we would all build together. And we found a big, cool mountain. But on that mountain, there was already some person, pretty cold. So we just built next to him. So that guy joined us as well. And then Hatmus started talking to Leafy Melon. So then Hatmus, typical Hatmus, I don't know. Hatmus did stuff. I don't fucking know. The server's cool. I don't really know what my favorite memory is. I just like the server. I don't even play Minecraft. I just talk to people sometimes in the voice chat, or I fly around and do bullshit.
Hello, my in-game name is Emily the Dryad. I own Blackstone, which is awesome, and I love everyone that was involved in that, and I love everyone in the server. I joined because of the VOD of the server tour of the first one, so I sort of beat the entire flurry of people joining. So I kind of got special treatment from a tour with Hatmus and a couple other people, just mainly because I was one of the newbies. But my favorite moment is probably it's one that bugged a lot of people, but it made pretty much everyone in Blackstone. I think everyone who was part of Blackstone at the time would probably agree. Was during the Olympics when we declared independence, and we made a shit show of the first Olympics, which again, sorry anyone that got bothered by that, but for us that was a really fun week. So yeah.
It is simply impossible to avoid making friends on the ASMP. I joined the server during a really stressful time in my life as I was finishing law school and completely uncertain about my future. The ASMP has been a place where I can express myself creatively, relieve stress, laugh hysterically, and find loads of people who share my interests. Even when I drop off the face of the earth for a few months and don't log on for a while, I know that I can come back to a good time and great people.
Hi, my name's Sazbex. You probably know me as the guy who's constantly trying to expand the British borders on the Minecraft server. The time I joined was in the Disneyland era, which was quite a special time to be on the server, I think. A lot of talented builders coming together and making that massive project a reality in record time, only a week's time. But my favourite moments in the server was quite selfishly a 42 by 64 cube out in the ocean by my base, which everyone hated being part of. But it was quite amazing to see so many people just come together and dig a hole in the ocean for quite literally no benefit, even to myself. And I think I always remember that in some way. Mine is good at mine and whatnot.
Hello, everybody. My name is lava_bear. Gotta make sure that underscore is in there. I was asked to talk about my experience with the Minecraft server. Now, there's a lot of things I could say about it, especially in the early days. I haven't been on much recently. I should really fix that, but college at ASU. But the first thing I want to address is the allegations are not. No, I'm just kidding. The tour. It was a lot of fun, especially with Disneyland. Great time. Had a great fun showing it off. Was a little saddened that he didn't get to see my massive airport on the map. It was really fun. Really fun to build. Just was one of my mega projects, along with the Maryland state flag, the best flag in the country. Just saying. EST frogs rise up. That was probably the most fun I had in season one, mostly because I decided to be a bit of a loner for whatever reason. But then came season two. I thought of it as a really fun, really great new adventure that I could start over. I built a Republic Venator because I wanted to have a wonderful flying base that I could use to terrify and subjugate people. Then I kind of, just kept hanging out, doing events with all the people. We had a great time, and I look forward to hopefully, if there's a season 3, you know, joining back and building something new. That's kind of the whole point of Minecraft, ain't it? Building a world where we can be ourselves and make fun of Brandon G.H. Ewing. Honestly, the server turned into more than just that. Uh, we formed our own community. I appreciate everything that this community in general, has done for me. Uh, it has helped me in a lot of ways that I won't really share on here. But I want to say thank you, and I look forward to talking more with you guys.
Hi, it's Percy. I want to talk about Operation Yodi in season 1. This was like one of my first interactions when I was first getting involved in the people of the server and such. And so a bunch of people were working on a project for the company, and it was like a big underground vault. And me and like 4, 5 other people, me, Hamis, Cubic, Squid, Super Squid, and I think Nelson, we were all working on the big underground vault. And as we dug, we heard a warden sound. We heard the groans of a warden, which is unusual because wardens don't spawn this high up. And so that was weird. We knew that would be a problem. And then we kept digging further in like a direction that we were digging. And we saw the big boss bar of a warden popped up, and it was named Yodi. The name Yodi. And then as we kept digging, one of the people digging actually got hit by the warden, and it killed them. And there were no graves at the time, so all their stuff scattered everywhere, and people were losing stuff as they died. And so we have to go find where the warden is. So we dig all through the stone, and we die a lot while doing that. And we don't know how the warden got there, or why it's there, or why it's named Yodi or anything. We assume a mod put it in for some sick reason. And since it's a vault, we had the brilliant idea of putting the warden in the vault so take it from wherever it is, put it in the vault, and keep it there, and it'll protect the vault. So once we find it, we find out that it's entrapped in bedrock, and there's no way to get in, really. And so we have to then we keep going with the idea to put it in the vault. So we have to break the bedrock with the bedrock glitch with TNT and a piston and such. And so we try to do that, and it doesn't work ever. So we give up on that idea. And but we find out that Yodi is actually the name of Dropspindle's dog, and this warden is under Dropspindle's house, and she put it in there. And so for the first time ever, we all talk to Dropspindle, and when she's on the server. So she's on the server. She comes on the server, and she decides to get rid of Yodi because Yodi is a harm and danger, and such. So yeah, and she holds a VC funeral service for Yodi in remembrance, and everyone was there, and it was crazy. And yeah, that was a really funny moment where we were all, it felt like we were adventurous, and we were all united against this cause, against this unknown beast that was killing us all. And that was one of the first community things I remember that happened. That was strange and unique.
I really like the server, and I think it's cool that it developed its own community outside of just the Atriarch things. And that my favorite moment on the server was when I allegedly stole, and allegedly killed and replaced Percy's horse, because no one knows that I killed him and replaced him. Allegedly. Yeah, and that's it.
Hello, my name is Kate the Great. I've been on the server since the start, especially during the days where the TPS was less than maybe 3 on average, even worse than that. Oh. I've really had a good time on the server, meeting a bunch of new people. I enjoyed the whole process of building Disneyland, and especially the underwater cave with Benja. That was interesting. All right, lots of time, but I really enjoyed meeting everybody, speaking to H-Rock. Like that was super cool, and it's just been a great experience all the way around.
Yep. Benjo here. I first joined on the first day of the server when it was first launched to be public. It was very laggy and very fun. It was a great time. Loved season 1. My favorite memory from the ASMP is when I created an ad campaign for my wool shop involving 9/11. That's probably the proudest moment of the whole thing.
Okay, this is Muffin giving a overview of whatever this event is, I guess. I have a list of words here that I need to elaborate on. Season 1 start the tour, Season 2 start the Olympics. And I mean, I was around for all that, so I guess I'm pretty well established here. And I'm going to be independent. I'm going to be self-sustaining. And I went and I did that. And it was great. But then you come back, right, and you're like, oh, wow, I kind of want more than this. And you come to Spawn, and you start talking to people, and you're like, wow, these people are fucking cool as shit. Like, I really enjoy talking to these people. And you start seeing what else other people have built. It's like, wow, I want to build. I want to help people see what else is out there. And you build a travel agency, and you meet a guy named Ben Cactus. And it's like, oh, this guy seems all right. And then he turns into becoming a server event coordinator somehow. And anyway, you meet a whole bunch of people, and it's always they're all degens like you, and you never feel out of place somehow. Even ever since then, I've met some new people on the server, and they've been really nice. You can always find a community to kind of fit in, and even regardless of who you are, like what your identity is, the server will never really ostracize you as long as you're not a dick to everyone else. And that is really the core of what I enjoy about the SMP.
I joined the server in its first week, and I came into it with the mindset that I would never unmute the entire time I was here. I was shy and worried that I would get in everyone else's way. Slowly, though, this server pushed me. It made me get out of my shell. It caused me to speak up. I slowly took more risks. I talked to people more. I became less scared to interact. And because of the server, I am a very different person than when I first logged in. I like to think a better person. That's why I love to run events. Because there's something so joyful about bringing everyone back together again and again and again. Of course, there's some chaos and there's some downside and flaws and drama, but this server's been my rock over the past year. So I just want to thank all of you. If you've ever logged on, even for just a second before being scared off by username, thank you for giving our chaos a chance.
What's up, Hatmas and Minecraft server? I don't really play. Hope you guys are all doing well. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. I don't know when this is coming out. Bye.
I'm not gonna lie, my time on this server has been hectic, but there's been so much creativity, be it hectic creativity, that's fine. It was fun nonetheless, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I just want to thank everyone for having so much fun on such a silly block game.
Season 2 of the ASMP has been incredibly fun, from the Disneyland Hunger Games to the Spawn Wars, even the Olympics. It's been great fun to work on some amazing projects with some amazing people from all over the world. From myself here at rainy Riverside Dock, just wanted to say here's to another year of creative builds and exciting projects on the ASMP.
I first joined this season at the start of the season, and I loved the experience of watching my neighborhood take shape around me and evolve. Being in a server with proximity chat is an awesome experience, It helps you feel part of the community and makes it really easy to get involved in projects that started happening all over the world. I would design and build redstone minigames on the server, and I can't describe how satisfying it was when I finally got to play them with a group of friends. This server has created some of the most memorable experiences I've ever had in Minecraft.
Hey, it's Beautiful Panda. I started playing on the Minecraft server the first day of the Season 2 launch, when the server was just completely crowded because Season 2 had just dropped, and I was playing with all my musician Jorkin friends, and we settled on the island in East Spawn. We called it Jav Island, and we built the Taco Bell. But at the time, it was just an island full of trees, which is now glowed up quite a bit because of Bumble Bay, my roommate's efforts. Shout out B. My most memorable moment on the server is obviously going to be that first sheriff election when I ran against Mother Nature. I spent the whole day running around introducing myself one-on-one to everybody and telling them why they should vote for me. And then as the legend goes, the infamous Panda getting way too drunk story. We all know how it ends. Got way too drunk and I yelled at everybody, which was not a good look. But looking back on it, I think the whole story was extremely funny. I hope everybody else finds it as funny as I did. Yeah, I love playing Minecraft, even though I'm not that active. But Minecraft album coming eventually. I can't say soon, but eventually.
Hello, it's B or Bumblebee. Before the SMP, I was primarily a Bedrock player, so this was the first time ever playing on Java Edition for me. I ended up joining the server because Beautiful Panda needed something built, so he helped me log into the SMP a few days after its inception. Most of you probably know me for the brick shop where I provided building materials, and it's been an honor to help the community bring their ideas to life and see their projects evolve from, a simple idea to fully realized builds. But I do think my favorite part was getting to bully username as a communal bonding experience. Well, wait, no. I think my actual favorite part was blaring Atrioc Lily on loop. Just kidding. My most actual super duper favorite part was being able to connect with so many amazing people and to contribute to something that felt bigger than myself. Um, well, actually, no, can I change it? Can I still change? Okay. My actual favorite part was watching the server grow and to share in everyone's creativity. And I think that was my favorite. How long is this supposed to be? Am I out of time? Okay. Oh, okay.
When I started the SMP, I was really to myself. I didn't really speak to many people, and I remember it was when I started building the super sleeve that I started speaking to people more. I remember it was Username who kind of really helped me get out of my shell a lot more, and getting to know people has been so meaningful, and genuinely everyone's left such a lasting impact. It means a lot to have and still speak to these people, and it's really nice. I think for me, probably the most impactful moment would have been honestly both Olympics. It was really fun to work with Westspawn and work with everyone and just have so much fun at the events, and it was so much fun. I don't think I'd have time to go over everyone who's left such an impact. So if you're hearing this and you've interacted with me in any meaningful way, genuinely, thank you. It does mean a lot to have just met so many nice people. That goes to every single one. Thanks.
When I first joined the Minecraft server in Season 1, I didn't really connect with people. I kind of just did my own thing. It was only near the end that I connected with people, made some friends, I was part of the Atrioc tour, and that was all wonderful. But it was only really in Season 2 did I really connect and become a part of the community. Some shoutouts to Ploki, Hatmus, Mother Nature, Violet, Emily, Captain Muffin, my goat, and many others. I wouldn't say any single moment stands out. It was all really wonderful. Just hanging out with everybody, having fun, and obviously, degenerate gambling.
My name is Cool Breeze. You might know me as the guy who makes slot machines that people end up losing all their life savings on. I first joined the server on November 18th of 2023, which I believe was technically day 2 of the Season 1 server, although it was the first day where the IP stopped changing every couple hours, so it was kind of day 1 as well. And it's hard to choose a favorite memory because there's so many moments that I enjoyed. There was obviously the Atrioc server tour that ended the first season. There was my wedding with Mother Nature. But if I had to choose one, I'd say it was probably the first Texas Hold'em night that I hosted. It was the culmination of over a month's worth of work that I put into making an entire custom deck of playing cards out of map arts, and getting to see a group of people playing poker in Minecraft with the cards that I made was such a memorable experience.
Hi, I'm Violet Vale, and I joined the server around mid-December. I remember soon after I joined, I started meeting people, and I made my first project, which was a Monopoly board, which would be the first time that I met D-Day Skeleton, and the first time that we would work on a project together. Let me tell you, would not be the last. We would be in the kitchen for a while after this. We ended up making a lot of things like the Asbapo, which is a spin on the Portal games, but using redstone in Minecraft. It's a whole thing. I have a whole script for it. It's great. And there was also our most successful project, which is a card game called It's Schmungus Time, based off of the card game It's Muffin Time by Tomska. And honestly, it's really hard to choose just one moment between these two. There's been so much that's happened. But I think if I had to choose one, it would probably be the first time that we did the community suggestion review for Schmungus Time cards. Basically, just going over people's suggestions for Schmungus Time cards with the community. People, giving out different ideas and us like cooking on cards and refining ideas. Not everything made it in, obviously. And it was a little loud at times. It was sometimes it was a case of too many cooks, and we went back and said no to it later. But I mean, there was some really good stuff in there. It was very interesting. Some of our best cards have come out of that. I thought it was a great time.
Hi, I'm Avery, and I joined on March of this year. My first impressions of the server were Leafy coming up to me and trying to buy me, which is pretty funny. And yeah, the server was very welcoming. I met very cool people like username Alex and Hatmist, Cam, Panda, Felix. It's hard to name everyone, but you get it. And yeah, some of my favorite moments are mainly Schmungus Time. It's like probably the coolest thing in the server. Then while building a plaza with Alex, doing the Hatmist concert, that was amazing. And then War was really fun. Apart from that, I'm glad this was very welcoming and it was beyond just the Minecraft and playing. I met cool people and I actually keep in touch with them. So yeah, it's a very, very welcoming place, and I'm thankful to everyone for that.
My time on the Atrioc SMP is some of the most fun that I have had on a Minecraft server in a long time. The community is really strong, and some of the events that we've had together have been absolutely wonderful, from the Olympics to the war in Season 2 to all of our little mock government stuff, and of course to all the projects that we've been able to make. The Disneyland Hunger Games, and the Call Creeper Tennis, and of course all of the weird, wacky political infrastructure that we have, which I want to believe is somewhat unique to our community. And I've been able to meet a lot of wonderful people. Of course, Ben and Jay and Violet and Cubic and Sungwhoop and everyone in between and everyone that I haven't included. And of course, my baby, my darling, the Metro. I know no one uses it, but designing it and working on it has made me better at planning overall and made me a better builder. And on top of all of that, the server was there for me when I needed community in a time of my life where I didn't have any. And to have a group of people that I can just hang out with and build and do quirky events and play humongous time and look at Cubic making his little spreadsheet is just, it's been great. It's been great. And I hope to be there for season 3 over the summer and beyond.
I'm Walls. I joined the Minecraft server around 2 weeks after Season 2 started. My first few days were spent exploring the server until I eventually met Rum, who was really awesome and nice and let me settle down in the tri-base area where she lived. My favorite experience in the server has to be when people's reaction to seeing my house, because I had this ongoing bit where I would slowly copy other builds directly on top of my house to the point where it reached the world height, and sometimes I would copy people's bases onto my house without telling them, and their reaction to that base was always a lot of fun, and other people's first reactions to my house was always like a really funny thing to see. And especially when I added, one of the first things I added was Rum's house, and that was really funny. Her reaction to that was really cool.
I first joined the ASMP on its launch date of November 17th, 2023. After running around the server for a few minutes and a few crashes, I settled down south from spawn and began construction on my base. I initially joined the server out of a feeling of loneliness, and I hoped to maybe make some friends on the server. There have been many memorable moments for me, from building the cathedral to the tour, but the memory that really stands out to me the most is the first Kevin Feathers Mass in Season 2. Seeing the large mass of people in the building I built to take part in an event I was running, based around one of my pets, was a surreal experience. And it really felt like I had really come far from the loneliness I started in.
Hey, chat. I told Hatmiss I would send her this clip 2 days ago, and I forgot, so I'm recording this at 4:50, with nothing to go off of. So if I first joined the SMP, whenever it started, which was probably around December, maybe. Oh, I don't think I remember. And I think one of the best experiences I had on the SMP while I was still active was when me and Confuzzled and a group of other people walked around the spawn, all crouched over, and just played Sneaky Snitch. And we recruited a bunch of people, and it was freaking awesome. Bye-bye.
You've just heard a lot of the more vocal members of the community, but there are some who don't speak among us. For these people, we've gathered a series of voices to help vocalize their experience on the server as well.
Ever since I joined the Minecraft server, I made a lot of friends, all of who have since mocked me several times for living in Europe, despite me being American. We all play Minecraft, and yet the most fun I had was unironically playing in an Overwatch tournament where we got stomped by 50 Master Tier players pretending to be Platinum. Shoutouts to the sleepover and to the Iron Man coat for making me laugh inside of Minecraft.
Long live the wall.
Hey. My time playing on the ASMP was the most fun I've had playing Minecraft in years. In the first season, I poured more than 20 days of playtime in the server. Just having a blast playing with an incredibly cool group of people. It's honestly amazing that despite having almost no Grafe protection, and no shop plugins, we had almost no bad actors and almost no grafing.
Having first joined the server March of this year, all I expected was just another 2-week binge, and then to jump to some other server another time. However, the amazing community is what kept me here well past my usual limit, and is why I continue to play on the ASMP even up to today. Some of my favorite memories come from the organized events, most prominent being the ASMP Summer Olympics, of which I participated in. the necessity of having to collaborate with other server members throughout that week, such as in the Walls event or in preparing for the boat race, truly showed to me what makes this server special. So for these reasons, I plan to stick with this server for as long as it will go.
It was a dark and stormy night, not a player in sight to eke it away. Held now within a prison of my own design, I awaited the end of the season as I recounted my story.
It was on the 18th of January that I had spawned into this world. I scoured the decrepit plains for hours in search of a place to call home. It was at that moment that I stumbled upon a dreary cavern. Out of this cavern, I would build the Garden of Forking Paths, a diorite monolith the likes of which the world had never seen. Any poor soul unfortunate enough to step into its endless halls would surely know only sorrow as they forever searched its corridors for an escape that could never be found.
Also, I made another library. There were way too many libraries on that server.
Hi, this is Gaming Dude talking. I joined the ASMP when it began during Season 1. Honestly, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I really didn't know anyone on the server in general, but I'm glad I did join. The people are great, people are nice, they're very welcoming. Made me really feel like a part of the community, and I'm glad I did. As for my most memorable moment, I would probably say it was my time as a guide on the Atriarch tour. Because I had so many bits planned with Shader and Bro Moment, and the second Atriarch showed up, just everything went out the window, and I just had to do things on the fly. But at the very least, I hope he had fun, I hope the chat had fun, and if I had the chance to do it all over again, I definitely would.
Hey, it's High Security. I can't believe it's already been a year since the server was created. I've had lots of good memories on it. I know everybody loves me on the server. I mean, there's just never been any issues ever. But if I had to pick a favorite memory from the past year, it would probably be the Atriarch tour, or maybe the High Security Olympics, or the High Security events, or the Purge. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. The community's great, and I really hope it keeps on growing.
Hello, Lil Lambo here. I really appreciate a lot of moments from the SMP. The people have always been so welcoming, like when M. Soliv welcomed me with open arms as their neighbor and gave me their old pickaxe and let me build next door. My favorite single moment, however, is easily the treasure hunt I made. It wasn't the biggest treasure hunt on the server, and I didn't spend that much time and effort to make it. Regardless of these facts, it turned out to be a very enjoyable moment for me and hopefully for everyone involved. The clues I thought would be the easiest took a lot of effort from the participants, and the ones I thought would be harder was but a breeze for the professional hunters of the server. The ending was the most hilarious part. The fact that basically no one other than me knew about the I can't IKEA made them all lose their mind since everyone went searching for something else instead. After several additional clues, Cubic and Percy finally figured it out and found their way to the final clue to close the hunt. Me having watched all of this in spectator mode was just such a blessing. There have been many other amazing moments, but this is the one I can remember most clearly. I still wish I could hang out with the Minecraft people more outside of Minecraft. Please just hop in VC just to hang out or play some other games. Please just don't only play Minecraft, please. Well, thank you for listening, and I might be back for Season 3.
Let me be clear. This is your president, Barack Obama. Congratulations to the Atriarch SMP.
Okay, but for realsies, hi, it's Rosa.
I feel weird saying this because I'm not exactly a quote unquote regular. I don't really show up. I only showed up for the beginning of both seasons, but I had a lot of fun participating in the ASMP. Rosa Cord Mountain is still standing. That's really funny. I had a lot of fun with my friends in there. We had so much fun in season 1 back in No Boys Districts, California. I can't wait for what's coming in the next year. Congrats.
My name is Wolf, and I first joined back in March. I would have to say my favorite moment was either the first little battle over the commune on the commune island, or mining out the chunk for Ben's cactus farm. Both of them have a common theme, and that's the people that you interact with, because the people on the server make it fun. A close third is watching slam plate creeper tennis.
I was a part of the server since before it started, being one of the first mods as appointed by Big Willie. And it's unfortunate that I never really got to play on the server, as I'm one of, if not the only person that is permanently in creative. Plus, I've gotten too busy with real life and projects to really have fun. But I still remember my favorite moment during the union when all of PST collectively decided to literally piss all over Town Hall. It was such a really funny and unique and important experience to have with a bunch of strangers on the internet, and I'm glad that the server still exists to cultivate an even stronger community than ever before.
Glizzy Man.
Hi, I'm Hatmas. I started playing on the server at the beginning of December, and I first joined to be greeted by a wave of O/slashes in the chat, alongside a massive view of a big giant pixel art of Gumball and Darwin from the Amazing World of Gumball. Very quickly, I was greeted by Percy, and was brought into the company that he was a part of. And that became a big part of my identity in season 1. To me, that was a very welcoming experience. I felt very welcomed, and I felt very taken under his wing. And really, if it hadn't been for Percy, I don't think that I would have stayed around. Because Percy, while he may be Percy, he showed me what it was like to have a community. And it was because he took me in so quickly and so immediately and so without question. It's because of that I met so many amazing people and so many of my amazing friends. I specifically have very, very fond memories of the tour, of seeing all the planning that it went into it, and seeing it get postponed by a week because Atrioc was sick. Doing the big purge right before, getting frustrated at people being violent in times of peace when it was a lawless period in the server. The illegal boxes getting handed out by Violet and Shader and getting passed around full of basically God armor and God tools and God weapons. And finally, the inevitable crashing of the server, which should have led into the tour, but instead just led into the server being brought back. When I look back at the last year of my life, and I think about all the people that I've met on this Minecraft server, I remember all the memories I made here. I remember all the friends I met here. Friendships that I think will last a lifetime. Friends that I hope to meet in real life someday. Friends who I want to be there at the major milestones in my life. I think about them and everything they've done and shown me. I think about how important they are to my life now, and how meaningful and impactful their lives have been to me and this server. I remember everyone I met in this past year, and I feel content. I remember the stupid, dumb things I did on here. I remember getting too competitive and overzealous, annoying people and being annoyed. I remember flying aimlessly around the landscape with no real plan for the day, knowing that the only thing I wanted to do was talk to my friends. I remember staying up way later than I should have, building things that only I would enjoy. I remember throwing myself into project after project, only to give up on about half of them. I remember all of these things that we've done, and I feel content. I remember the accomplishments of the people on this server, from the massive events put on by a small group of people, to the small events that only 5 people showed up to. Every single one of them was important. The sheer scope of this server has expanded to something bigger than we could have ever imagined. Massive builds, constructed by insanely talented people, quickly erupted across this server. The size of Spawn itself has quadrupled. Every time I fly through the buildings that dot the landscape, I think back to every single memory that was made there. Every single conversation that was held by people there. Every single block that was broken or placed. Every hour of work that has gone into building those places. Every memory that is woven into the blocks tells a story of the people that built them and the work they put into it. These stories are what make up this server. These stories tell a life, a tale. These stories tell a tale of a life lived. A game played by a group of people who never knew each other a year ago and now consider each other some of their best friends. People who live in nearly every state in the US and across different countries all across the globe. This place has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience. A place to laugh together. A place to cry together. A place to live together. Here's to one more year. Here's to all the years we have going forwards. Thank you for being there.
But I do have one last thing that I want to talk about.